The moment no one is watching is the moment that defines everything. Not your goals, not your intentions, not the version of yourself you present to the world. The single most revealing test of who you truly are happens in the silence, when the door closes, when the screen goes dark, and when the only witness left is you. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why discipline fails for most people, and you will have the precise framework to build the kind of inner strength that works even when nobody is keeping score. But first, there is one uncomfortable truth that almost nobody talks about, and it changes everything once you see it. Most people believe they have a discipline problem. They don't. What they have is an identity problem. Every time you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, every time you skip the workout because the room is cold, every time you open your phone instead of doing the work, you are not failing a task. You are reinforcing a story about who you are. And here is where the real battle begins. Not in the gym, not at the desk, not in the kitchen. The battle is happening inside your mind, quietly every single day. Think about the last time you were being observed. A boss, a coach, a partner watching. Suddenly you found the energy. Suddenly the work felt possible. That tells you something devastating. Your motivation is outsourced. You have been renting willpower from other people's expectations instead of building your own. And the moment they leave the room, you collapse back into comfort. This is not a character flaw. This is a design flaw, and design flaws can be fixed. The emotion underneath all of this is not laziness. It is shame. The quiet, persistent feeling that you're not enough to hold yourself accountable. That without external pressure, you simply cannot be trusted. That feeling has been running your life in the background like a virus you're never detected. And every time you break a private promise to yourself, it grows louder. Every skipped morning routine, every abandoned goal, every night you said, just 5 more minutes, and you woke up 3 hours later, each one added another line to the verdict you keep writing about yourself. Here's what it tells you about high-performing people. They are not more motivated than you. They are not more talented, more lucky, or more driven by passion. The difference is structural. They have learned to make the right action to path of least resistance. Even when no audience exists, they stopped asking, do I feel like it? Because they understood that feeling is the enemy of discipline, not the fuel for it. What you feel is relevant. What you do is everything. But how do you actually build that? This is where most advice fails you. You have been told build habits, use apps, create routines, find accountability partners, and maybe you tried all of it. Maybe it worked for a week, right? A month, a season. Then life interrupted and the whole structure fell apart. The reason is that those tools were built on the wrong foundation. You cannot build lasting discipline on motivation because motivation fluctuates. You cannot build it on mood because mood is unreliable. You can only build it on identity, on a clear, committed decision about who you are, not what you want to achieve. The shift begins with a simple but radical question. What would the person I want to become do right now? Not what do you feel like doing, not what is the easiest path. What would that version of you do in this exact moment, when no one is watching, when there is no reward, no applause, no consequence if you quit? The answer to that question practiced repeatedly starts to close the gap between who you are and who you want to be. Every small act of private discipline is a broadcast for the person you are becoming. There is a moment, and you have felt it, when you are about to do the right thing and something inside you resists with extraordinary force. The bed is warm, the work is hard, the discomfort is real. That moment is not an obstacle. That moment is the training. The resistance you feel is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that growth is available. Every person who has built genuine inner discipline didn't find a way to eliminate that resistance. They learned to act through it repeatedly until action became more natural than avoidance. Now, here is something most people never consider. The version of you that shows up when no one is watching is the only version that is real. Everything else is performance. The question is not whether you can discipline yourself when the stakes are high and the eyes are on you. The question is who you are in the ordinary, invisible, and glamorous moments that make up 90% of your life. Those moments are where your future is being built right now, whether you are paying attention or not. You started this video wondering why discipline keeps breaking down? The answer was never about willpower. It was never about motivation, habits, or the right productivity system. It was about something deeper, the private relationship you have with yourself. Because the only person you can never escape, never deceive, and never impress with performances is you. Build a habit of keeping promises to yourself in private, and you will never need an audience again. The version of you that acts with integrity when no one is watching, that is not the result of discipline, that is discipline itself. Door is closed, no one is looking. What are you going to do?